So representatives, are they empowered with the ability to have a free vote or conscience votes on matters, let's say same-sex marriage, if that were to come out, or personal issues? The LNP used to have a history of being able to do that, albeit in practice that's not the truth. Centre Alliance very much more so. So where does the Australian Progressives stand on that?
So we have an internal document called the Code of Ethics, and one of the clear policy things to come out of that is that you are free to hold your own opinion, so long as you caveat with if it differs from the party policy position, you are free to express it. So yes, we do allow people free thought and expression, and when it comes down to it in terms of a conscious vote, then absolutely. We're not here to muzzle people. We're not here to tell people to think with groupthink, because that obviously leads to poor outcomes. What we like to do is place our trust in our representatives. If they've joined our party and align with our values, and they've been endorsed as a candidate, having aligned to our values, and hopefully having taken part in developing policies that we present, then we would expect that, if they do differ from what the party policy position is, then it's a well-reasoned and thought out position, and you've got to respect that. So yeah, this is an inbuilt function that we've got inside our party for that.
That's great, because one of the bugbears I've had is around the question of representation. And so, for example, let me give you a plausible situation. If the party were to make and I actually haven't checked whether this is the case or not, but to make a policy on banning live exports, say, for example, and that was in 4 out of 5 of your representatives' electorates really wanted that, but there was one electorate, and let's assume it's a regional Australian electorate, that perhaps had a lot of the farmers that would be really, immediately affected by such a policy, and that electorate very, very much felt that they were opposed to that. Is the representative of that electorate able to vote in accordance with the people in that instance, or would they be forced to vote according to the party?
No, they wouldn't be forced to vote with along the lines of the party. They could represent their own electorate on it. But as I said before, as long as they caveat it with the fact that, okay, this is not my party position, but I represent a constituency, and they feel differently, so I have to vote along those lines. And that's, as long as it's a rational and well presented case, and there's nothing that we can say that would to try and force that person into the party line. I don't think that's okay. I think that leads to distrust in our representatives.
Yeah.
I think people can understand that if somebody's in a party but holds a position that, one position that might be slightly different to what the rest of the party says, they can understand that's normal. There are, not everyone's going to agree with absolutely everything all the time. Mm-hmm. So, where I think that these decisions have been made by major parties to keep party cohesion and present a consolidated front, I think people see through that, and they lose trust and faith in their politicians as a result of it. So yeah, we plan to steer clear of that.
That's perfect. That's a really good answer. It's quite refreshing.